How are you, Mpumalanga? Thank you for this opportunity to talk hot and fresh, for giving us this platform to air ourselves and show ourselves to the rest of the province.
Dope, hot and fresh, all day, every day is too much.
I represent Skills Development Educational College and Skills Development Educational Platform called MA Skills Center. My name is Glen Tapiwa Mdangwe. I'm based in Mpumalanga, Bethal. Well, it's a small town, but we are doing great things, bigger things in terms of skills development in Mpumalanga as a whole. Mind you, I'm an award winner for developing the youth in the communities. I am a qualified ODT. I hold a doctorate in occupational development and training. I'm a former lecturer at different institutions of education. I am a qualified learning material developer, accreditation consultant. I'm also a qualified facilitator and teacher. When I say we, I mean I'm representing the organization. I don't want to say it's myself alone. We have our CEO, Mr. J.D. Ngwenya, myself, and the rest of the team, our managers, our facilitators, our assessors and moderators, including the SITA itself, for giving us this opportunity to develop skills in Mpumalanga and South Africa as a whole. Bethal Mpumalanga branch is the headquarters for MA Skills Mtimand and Associates, but we have since opened other branches in Germiston. That is our second port of call, our second main office. The third main office is in Rustenburg, and then we come to Pretoria, Winterveld, and then East London. We deal mainly in developing skills for both those that have got their metric in good status and those that have failed to make it at metric. We can develop different courses and different skills for you that can help you with employability opportunities. We have courses in surface machines, courses in underground machines, lifting machines. We also offer semi-skilled artisan courses, your boiler makers, your welders, your panel beaters, spray painters. We have business and computer courses. We have occupational health and safety courses, an array of different courses, including vocational courses for those that have not managed to attain their matric. For employability sakes, and also for empowering the youth, those that can also open their own small businesses. I mean, you can do a small course, for instance, spray painting and panel beating, 3 months. After that, you don't need to go and get employed by another person. You can start your own business, new venture creation. This is what the government has been crying over for a very long time, new venture creation. We as the black youth, we as the impoverished youth, we need to venture and create a lot of new businesses so that we can develop the community. We as a school in Mpumalanga, we've worked with different community forums. In Bethal, we work with the Bethal Community Forum, whereby we help them sometimes with free courses, sometimes with discounted courses. Our aim is to make sure that we empower the youth, to desist them from this scourge of drugs and alcohol abuse, and the scourge of criminality because of unemployment. So we try by all means, year in, year out. I mean, we've been in Bethal for the past 10 years as MA Skills, but the institution has been here for more than 18 years, formerly known as Learning on Demand College, changed to MA Skills in 2010. It has been an institution that is, I know for a fact that for the past 6 or 7 mayors sitting for Governor Mbeki, Most of them have done some sort of course with us. That means we are a credible institution that has helped the community from dust to where we are now. We will keep on developing the community as we venture further. This year, 2020, has been a crazy year because of this COVID-19 pandemic. Our social lives have been disturbed to a point that we don't know whether we are going to go to our previous normal or this is going to be the new normal, wearing masks, sanitizing, avoiding interaction, whereby we grew up in the African context that we know that interaction is how we Africans greet each other, by shaking hands. How the community develops, is by interacting between one and another. So considering that 2020 has been a crazy year with this coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, our social coherence, social way of living in the community has changed. Even the development of the community has changed. Employment is going down. We have tried by all means to help with skills development, but this year has been a crazy year. Our social coherence has changed. This probably is now the new way of living. You're wearing of masks, you're sanitizing, no handshakes, social distancing. We hope for the better that things will change, the pandemic will end, so that we can continue developing skills. We have been staying at home for quite a long time. Our youth has now developed a liking of drug abuse, alcohol, criminality during this stage of complacence and sitting at home, which is a negative factor to the communities, whereby we wish and hope that we develop the communities with them being of an employable state, and also at a new venture creation, whereby a person is taught and they can develop the community by creating some sort of venture or business that will work for the community and that will work for the region, or the district, and the province as a whole. It has been a disastrous year for us as well as an organization. We had break-ins, computers were stolen, we had break-ins, monies were stolen, but we persevere. I've always say, once bitten, twice shy. Like the sun does every day, it always rises. So we will not forgive and forget. However, we will just need to pull our socks and man up and continue with what we have done. MA Skills from 2010, when it changed from Learn It On Demand to MA Skills, we have helped the community year in, year out. We take students from the previous year, we give them an opportunity to work with us. Some is understudy facilitators or teachers, some as admin staff, secretaries and receptionists, and then we also give them free courses. So that is why you see most of the New Year's, like the upcoming year 2021, definitely in January we'll be having new stuff up front from our previous class this year and the yesteryears. We pride ourselves in developing the community. I think most of you in Bethal know of MA Skills Center as a go-to college, a fully accredited college, a non-fly-by-night college. We are now recognized by the likes of ESCOM, by the likes of Sasol, by the likes of your big minds. We've gone there to train, corporate training. That means vis-a-vis, if you go there with a paper that is coming from MA Skills, it's fully recognized. We hope to continue doing the best that we can for the community of Bethal, for the community of Govanbeki, for the community of Mpumalanga as a province, and South Africa as a whole. We pride ourselves in excellence and doing our best in education and training. For 2021, we are hoping to expand in courses that develop the community. For instance, we have this ancillary healthcare, mainly for the ladies, but guys can also enroll. It's a caregiver course. Requirements, it's any formal qualification you have, whether you've passed or failed your matric, at least from grade 10 and above, with ability to read and write, you can enroll to be a caregiver. It's a 12-month course. Registration is 1,000, monthly fees 1,000. We are the cheapest countrywide for that course. Opportunities for employment are vast. I do not want to lie. Most of our learners, year in, year out, they get employed even before they finish studying, because we take them for practical the last 3 to 4 months of the year, whereby we take them to a clinic, private or public, or a hospital, private or public, or a caregiver center, private or public, where they do their practical. And mostly, if they perform there very well, they are employed even before they write their final exams. And then we are also gearing into skills development mainly for the guys, the youth. We are going to discount courses for boiler maker, welding, pipe fitting, panel beating, and spray painting. The prices will be advertised the first week of January. We aim to make sure that we eradicate unemployment in our community. Unemployment is eating into criminality. I mean, Bethal for the past 3 to 6 months has been facing a scourge of high criminal incidents and events. So as a skills development center that started in Bethal, we also have an obligation to make sure that we do something to avoid the rot and deterioration of our community. We also have a workplace-based learnership program that is a stipend-based, workplace-based program that is going to be sponsored by the Health and Welfare SETA. We are looking for, currently for Bethal, we are looking for 4 N6 students that are not yet employed, that need to have workplace-based practical evaluations for 18 months. They will be paid for by the Health and Welfare SETA. In the same regard, we are going to advertise for a learnership for logistics, freight management. It's still promoted and funded for by the Health and Welfare SETA. I think for Bethal, we are looking at getting close to 100 learners that can benefit from there. We will look for NPOs in and around Bethal and other communities that are surrounding us, your Grill, your Davel, Trishad, so that we can get enough numbers for those learners for a stipend program to learn for a full year in logistics and freight management. We will also be advertising new courses that we will be introducing for the next year. We are still working on, I know most of our former learners have been asking on the issue of us venturing into Umalusi courses, your N1 to N6. We are very busy with it. This year we failed this because our building is not accessible to learners with special needs and disabilities. But if we do get a place in Bethal, in and around town, we will open a center for your matric rewrites. We will open a center for your netted courses, so that we continue with this relationship of skilling and educating and training the community with a school that you have always trusted for the past 10 to 18 years. Before, it was known as Learning on Demand, now it's known as MA Skills. We would love and like to thank you and take this opportunity to thank the community of Bethal and surrounding towns for your support. I mean, it has been a tremendous support. I won an award for development, youth development in Mpumalanga through your votes, and the votes were monetary. People used to use their money to vote for me via SMSs. I've not been able to thank all of you. This opportunity that I've been given, I will take it as a humble opportunity as well to thank you. I do not have any words to how much I can thank you. I wish and hope to continue working with you as a community, and I wish and hope and pray as well that we will continue working together with the same trust and love that we've given each other. I salute you, Bethal. Yeah, well, what advice would I give to the youth of Bethal, of Mpumalanga, or of South Africa as a whole? Well, it's not only about you achieving educationally, but it's starting to follow your heart. Some of us might not be that gifted in class, but there is that's something you want to do. I mean, look at the likes of your Mark Zuckerberg. They were not that gifted when they dropped out at university, but they have started platforms like Facebook that are making billions. Microsoft owner Bill Gates, the same thing. There is a lot. Richard Branson who's owning the largest airline in the world. They were not that gifted in class, but they followed their heart. So to the youth of Bethal and Mpumalanga as a whole, I would want to advise you that you should start to follow your heart. You might have failed your matric. There is a skill that we can give you. You have passed your matric, we can increase that skill or help you attain something above that matric you have. When you do that, also think of another thing. Do that work which you want to do. There are a lot of skills that you can do besides working for a company, working for a bank, or working for a shop. There are so many skills development courses that you can do. Open your own garage, be a mechanic. We are offering such courses. Diesel mechanic, 6,850, the cheapest in Mpumalanga. For 3 months, you do theory and practicals. After that, you are a qualified diesel mechanic. You can go and open your own garage and start making business. Employ 2, 3, 4 guys from your wood, from your extension, from your location. You have developed the community by doing that what you wanted, that what your heart wanted. You should also start to think about your interests. Are you interested in going out every day and drinking every Friday and Saturday, or you are interested in developing yourself, seeing yourself out of that metal shake? I'm not saying Nkuku is a bad place, but I'm saying as an African child we should not be complacent and be happy with the situation that we have at hand. We should keep on developing. So if you start to think of your interests, you will start to develop yourself. And if you are not clear, get advice. There are people like me. There are so many business people in this community that you can attack, get advice from. There are so many platforms. I think they are platforms that offer advice to small and upcoming businessmen. NYDA is one of them. It's there in Secunda. Department of Labor does have those platforms that you can go and ask for advice. Vis-a-vis, I mean, there are people that are gifted in education, that pass their matric, went to university, that are not employed. We are also willing to help with those community development programs whereby we teach you on how to develop a business. If you want to get employed, we can also upload you to the likes of Arambe, where they can try to get opportunities for you for employment. I always say employment is not the last thing in Africa. We have to develop. The black child has to learn ownership, own your land. I'm not being political, but own your land, own your house, own your car, own your business. You will develop the next generation. Make your own rules. Don't follow the society blindly, because Friday abantu baya your groove. Now you have to force yourself and groove. Probably don't afford. That's where you start criminality. Criminalism comes there. You steal somebody's cell phone so that you can go and afford that Belgravia or that six-pack. That is not making your own rules. Make your own rules in life. Do not follow the society blindly. Make your rules. No, set your own goals. Write them down on paper. The negativity and positivity of what you want to do. Make sure that the positives are more than the negatives, and follow that goal. You will achieve what you want to achieve follow the rules and principles of whatever you've set. Do not get stuck. There's a lot of drama. I mean, for instance, this year 2020 has been dramatic. It is not a reason for people to throw all the spears into the dustbin, throw all the pens into the dustbin. We have 2021 that might come as a new opportunity. I mean, many companies have retrenched many of their employees. If 2020, the pandemic is over, hopefully the medical fraternity will find, I do not want to get into the issues of vaccine. I'm neither here or there on the vaccinations, but we'll find a solution for us for the pandemic to be over, so that we can go back to work, we can go back into community development, we can go back into ownership of what we envisage to have as the African child. There are so many opportunities. There are opportunities in agriculture. In Bethal alone, we do not have those projects whereby youth have a piece of land, they're making tomatoes for reproduce and resell. We have opportunities in livestock. We have seen horses roaming around in Bethal, but horses can be groomed and be sold for a very lot of money. One of the most expensive domesticated animals is horses. I've seen horses going as much as 12 million. Why can't a certain group of young people in Bethal do those projects? We are accredited by AgriSeta for plant production and animal production. I haven't found one student in the past 10 years who's willing to do that. There is money in the hands. There is no money in a payslip. Personally, I would, as a former lecturer of Water State University, I want to tell you, I did this salary thing. You have take home that will last you until the 29th day of the month, so that on the first day of the next month you come back so that you start earning. But then there's money in your hands. You can start your own farm, your own B&B, your own daycare center. We have so many of those courses that we can help you in, so that you can start to find yourself. When you start to find yourself, you will find what we call inner peace in development. And inner peace in development is not only monetary, but the idea of you not having to wake up at 6 and drive to Sekunda, to the power station, or to Majuba. I'm not saying don't work for power stations. I'm just saying you can also own your own business and employ other people. By employing other people, you have developed the community. If you employ 4 or 5 guys from your community, you've taken 4 or 5 guys from drugs, you've taken 4 or 5 guys from abuse, be it abuse of narcotics or abuse of the other gender. You've also taken 4 or 5 guys out of criminality, because now you've given them a fish on the table, bread on their table, and you are now teaching them how to bake that bread or how to attain that fish from the river. Thus you have developed your community. Those 4 or 5 guys will go on, it becomes a chain. They will go on to open their own entities, employing 4 or 5 others. So from your own hands, employing 4 or 5 guys, you have a chain reaction of employing 50 people in a space of 5 years, if your rules and principles and goals are set amicably. With all this being said and done, I would like to say to the community of Bethal, have faith. 2020 has been a tough year for all of us. Some of us have lost employment, some of us have lost equipment, we have lost friends and family. So if we have faith in whichever religion you ascertain to or you belong to, have faith, start to think of yourself or about yourself and what you want to do in life after this headload that we have of 2020. Into 2021, we are opening a new page. If you do not have a skill, you do not have matric, come train for dump truck, work for the mine, have that skill, develop your family. You can take your younger brother to university. by driving a dump truck. If you do have matric, come and do other courses or come for ideas. We will train you, we will develop you. We do not lie to our students that we assist in job assistance like other colleges do. I think most of them, if you hear that, check that college's accreditation. Jobs are hard to find. There is no institution that is accredited as a training provider that is given the mandate to look for jobs. That is a totally different criterion of working. We are not an employment agents. However, because we have done such a sterling job for the past 10 years, there are a lot of companies, mines, power stations, entities that ask for trained people. So that's when I'm saying, if you train with us, there is opportunities for you that can come in future. There are opportunities sometimes that come whereby I'm asked and requested for a list of 10 different courses with 10 different people. I give the company or the mine a list of my former students. Most of them are working. I can't name all of you on screen, but I know deep down in my heart I'm happy. There are some that are even driving bigger cars than mine that came from these hands. So we took ownership in skills development. We had faith in skills development. We didn't start with all this. We will continue taking ownership in skills development, developing this community, developing you as a community. We will never stop. We are going to increase. In closing, we are going to increase more courses. If there are any other courses that we are not offering and that you feel that we should probably apply for from the Department of Education, from SACA, or from any other sitters, please do not hesitate to contact us on our Facebook page or by the office. We will try to get that course so that one day you will see yourself as a developed person, someone who develops their community in return, and we will all be happy. Thank you. So this is our class for machine operators. This is the theory side where you do your books, and the side with the computers, that's where we do simulations. Most of all of our machine operator courses come with video simulations, so you watch how to operate the forklift, how to operate the dump truck, how to operate the mobile crane on the videos before you go for practicals. Then behind there, we'll show you the next class, which is our computer pool. This class is not that set up, but this is where the ancillary girls come, the caregivers and the first aiders. Unfortunately, they stole the the overhead projector and the TV, but we're going to replace them because the nurses also have to study with video simulations on how to take care of a patient, bed bath, feeding a patient. So everything has to be on screen, or sometimes it's to be on the wall. So this is the class that we had this year, but next year we are going to increase, because we're supposed to get only 15 nurses a year, but they've increased us to 30. So we're going to use a bigger class from the opposite end, and this one is our computer pool for the basic and from basic to advanced computer studies. We do them here. And for themselves, and then this becomes our reception.
Yeesh.
This is our reception. This is our reception. We also observing all the coronavirus rules, your mask, your sanitization, social distancing, everything is observed. Okay, thank you Dope and Fresh for giving us this opportunity to show you MA Skills Bethal campus. We humbly thank you for this opportunity. Anyone who wants to contact us, please feel free to contact us on our Facebook page, MA Skills Bethal and MA Skills Centers. MA Skills Centers encompasses all the other branches that I've said. Winterfield, Pretoria, Rustenburg, Germiston, and East London. Our mobile number is 0713665029, and then the landline for Bethal is 017-170-5078. We are also on Twitter as MA Skills Centers. We are also on LinkedIn as MA Skills Centers. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Hot, open, fresh. Thank you very much.
Dope, hot and fresh all day, every day is too much.